Hello, and welcome along to this video where we're going to look at how we can upgrade some of the Chocolatey components that are installed on the Chocolatey quick deployment environment. So what I've got here is from the other videos, we have a QDE environment that is fully set up with everything in play. We have CCM up and running, we have Jenkins up and running, we have our Nexus repository up and running, and we have all of the base packages that the QDE environment came from. So what I've got here in front of me just now is I've got CCM 0.1.1. So that's the version of CCM that was installed on the QDE base image that some of you may have. Now, internally, we are working on a new version of QDE, so there will be a new version coming out soon. But there's no concept of taking a QDE image that you have and upgrading to a full new version of QDE. But what you can do is you can obviously upgrade the Chocolatey components that are installed on this QDE base image. So that's what we're going to look at here. Because since QDE base version was released, we have now released 0.3.0 CCM, which includes the capability of deployments. And that's what I want to look at getting installed on this machine. So what I have done is I have went and I have got all of the new Chocolatey packages for the CCM components. So there's all the database, the service, and the web packages. All of these are the 0.3.0 versions. And along with that, there are also updates to the Chocolatey extension and the Chocolatey agent. So what you'll need to do if you're on a trial, you will need to reach out to your sales contact in order to get these base packages so that you can put them into the QDE environment. Or if you're a licensed customer already, these are already available on the Chocolatey license feed, and you'll be able to download and internalize those as you would normally. Okay, so what we then need to do is we need to then get these Chocolatey packages into our Nexus repository that is on this QDE environment. So I've already done that for a few of them, so we'll just finish that off. So I'm going to say choco push and then -- source and pushing to that internal Nexus repository that we have on our QDE environment here. I'm going to do that, and as a sanity check, if I come over here and I look at our Nexus repository and I say refresh, we should see that, for example, the database package, we've now got that 0.1.1 version, and we've also now got the 0.3.0 version. So obviously there was a 0.2.0, but we've also kind of moved forward. So we're at 0.3.0 is the most recent version of CCM, and it's the one that's recommended to have installed. So what we need to do now is we need to upgrade to those package versions. So that's just your standard Choco upgrade command. So the first one that we want to upgrade, and we want to upgrade them in order, is the Chocolatey -management database package. So that's the one I want to upgrade. So I'm just going to put the -y on the end there. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to look at our currently configured source, which is our Chocolatey internal repository in Nexus, and it's going to say there's a new version available. I'm going to want to install it. But also there's a dependency, so there's a new dependency on that, which is the newest Chocolatey extension package. So Chocolatey is going to first download all the packages, and then it's going to install the new version of the Chocolatey extension, and then it's going to attempt to install the latest version of the database package. Now, on a QDE environment, QDE v1 environment, that's going to fail. And I'm going to explain why that is, but I'll let that happen just now. The reason that I was able to run just Choco upgrade is because as part of the installation process, Chocolatey will persist the connection string that was used to communicate with the CCM database, and it stores that within an app settings.json file. And what's complaining here in this red text here, it's complaining that it had an error deserializing that connection string. So won't go into details, but there was a problem with the way that was encrypted and stored within that app settings.json file. So what we need to do first of all, and this is noted on the website, is we first of all want to remove that app settings.json file. So I'm just going to copy a command here. I'm going to put it in. So all this is saying is remove item, which is the app settings.json file from within that Chocolatey management database package. I'm going to go ahead and say force on that. So that file is now gone. And now what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to upgrade the package again, but I'm going to have to use a slightly different command this time. So the command I'm going to use is I'm going to put back in the package parameters that I would have ultimately used when QDE was first created. So we've, on this QDE environment, we're using SQL Server Express. By default, Chocolatey will assume, or the Chocolatey database package will assume that you're using a full instance of SQL Server, not an Express version. So on this setup, we are using the Express version. So I need to modify the connection string that's used. So that's what I've done here. I'm going to go put the -y flag on just to confirm that I want to install that. So this time again, it's going to attempt to do the upgrade from 0.11 to 0.30. It doesn't need to do the installation of the Chocolatey extension because it's already been done. So this time round, it should succeed. So that error with the app settings.json file, that should only happen on a QDE environment, and the fix is what I've shown here. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Like I say, it is documented in the website, so I'd encourage you to go and look at that if you have any other further concerns around that. So with that done, that has deployed new schema updates into our SQL Server database. So those are the schema updates specifically for CCM deployments and other parts that have released in this new version. So then what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to start updating the next package. So the next package in the list is the service package. So we always do database, service, and then web. So I'm going to Chocolate upgrade Chocolate management service. Again, Chocolate says there is a version available based on what we've got available, and then it'll run through and it will stop the currently running CCM service. It will update that to the latest version, and then it will start it up again. So let's just wait for that to finish, and then the last one that we have to do after that is the website package. Now the website package is a little bit bigger, so it takes a little bit longer to download and install, but it doesn't take that long. The errors, or they're not errors, the warnings that you're seeing here is simply because of the way that QDE is set up. So QDE uses the same self-signed certificate for both the CCM service and for the CCM website. So as a result, there are two NetSH bindings in play, both pointing at the same server certificate, the thumbprint of the certificate. So there is a binding for 24040, which is what CCM service runs under, and there's also a binding for 443, which is what the website is running under. So that's what the yellow text here is informing you about, so there's nothing to worry about. So that's that one done. And then if we do the next one, which is the website, let's do web. So this will replace the contents of the CCM website with the new version. Okay, so once that's done, the only thing that we've got left to do is to upgrade the Chocolatey agent. Now, the installation of the CCM components didn't take a dependency on Chocolatey agent. Now, it doesn't take a dependency because some of the CCM components might be installed on a machine where agent is not required. So we can't take a direct coupling or dependency to the Chocolatey agent package in the same way that we can with the Chocolatey license extension. So we will need to upgrade Chocolatey agent as a separate command. It won't be upgraded as part of the installation of any of these packages. So we've only run 3 upgrade commands, one for the database, one for the service, and one for the website, but we've actually got 4 packages out of it because it also pulled in the dependency, which was the latest version of the Chocolatey license extension. Okay, so we'll let that finish up, and then I think that's it there. So we'll just clear the screen again. So the last one that we need to do is a Chocolate upgrade of the Chocolatey agent package, -y, and that will be us up and running. Now, there's a couple of things I want to talk through because there are some changes, but let's let that install, and then we'll take a look at the website. We'll see what's changed in terms of the website, and then there's a couple of other lower level things that I want to talk about just to make sure that everyone's on the same page. So this one is, it will shut down the Chocolate Agent service as part of the installation. It will add the new bits. It'll bring Chocolate Agent service back up and running. And it's the Chocolate Agent service. It's the one that is reporting into CCM with its latest updates to say what's installed, what's outdated on each machine that it's running on. So with that done, let's just wait for that to finish up. There we go. Shouldn't be too much longer. Okay, there we go, as it's installed. So if we go back to our website, this was our website. And what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller again so you can see behind me. So currently we were on 011. If I do a refresh here, it will reach back out to IIS. It'll start up IIS so this is the first time the website's been hit since it was reinstalled. So it'll take a little bit just to warm up. But once it's up and running, we should be prompted again to install, I believe. Let's let it refresh. There we go. So log in with your standard username and password. You would have changed the password for the CCM admin user as part of your installation of QDE originally. So we'll see down here in the bottom left-hand corner, we've now got 030. The other thing that lets us know that we've got the latest version installed is because we've now got a deployment section here. So there is another video that we can make available, which talks you through what deployments are and how we can go about using them. So we're not going to go into the details of that on this video, but what we will be able to see, because it will have reported in, if we go to Chocolate server, we should be able to see that we have the 030 packages installed. So it all seems to be up and running. It's checked into CCM, and then we've now got the most up-to-date information about what packages are installed on this machine. The one thing that I wanted to point out was with regard to where some log files are. And it threw me when I went to check for this earlier. But previously, if you would have went to the lib folder for Chocolate Management Service, and you would have went in here, and you would have went in here, and in logs, you would have found a CCM service log file. But you'll notice that this hasn't been updated since we performed the upgrade. The reason for that is that we've decided to consolidate the location of most of the chocolate-related log files into one folder. So now almost all of the log files for the chocolate components are installed in C program data chocolate logs. So you'll see that there's a CCM service log here, there's a database log, there's a chocolate agent log, and there's also the chocolate log itself. The one exception to that rule is still for the CCM website. So if you go to C, Tools, Chocolate Management Web, App Data, Logs, that's where you'll find the CCM website log. But all the other logs for Chocolate are now in that one folder. So that's one thing I wanted to make sure that everyone was familiar with. That's one of the main underlying changes that have happened in upgrading to the latest Chocolate components. So hopefully this was useful. If there are any questions, feel free to reach out. But for now, thank you very much.